I'll never forget Catherine. Catherine was referred to be my daughter. She actually called me on the phone and she said, I need to talk to you. I'm ready for a change. I said, Catherine, okay, all right, let's get together. Catherine came in, we sat down. You see, passage number 2 is, are you ready? What is your readiness level? You can want to change, and I say transform, but you have to be ready for it. Too many people have excuses. You see, I believe you have to fall down to get up. You have to have some mistakes to feel the pain of the reality that whatever you're doing isn't taking you where you need to go. There needs to be a depth of understanding. So we have unqualified and qualified readiness. Qualified readiness is the person who says, gee, but I need to do this before I go ahead. And that's exactly where Catherine was at. She gave me 15 excuses why she wasn't ready. She's got too much to do. She doesn't have the time. The commitment was bigger than she expected. That's qualified readiness. Just too many what ifs. If you're qualified in readiness, you're not ready. If you have unqualified readiness, you're ready. I know it's a little bit of a dichotomy, but think about it. You say, I would do this, but. That's qualified readiness. I have no reason not to do it. I'm free and available. I have the time to commit, and I have enough pain in my life that things aren't working, that I need to take a close look at what I should be doing. Unqualified readiness. You're ready to go with this readiness. And the truth says the depth of the desire equals the depth of the readiness. So think about your level of desire. No, you just want to be successful and happy and wealthy. That's not what I'm talking about. You see, we're not talking here about being successful and wealthy and happy. We're talking about being fulfilled and having a meaningful life and having a legacy and finding joy. We're talking about realizing the full potential of what you will ever be, which at this moment is captured in the reality of you, which you have not released. These passages are about, how do I release it? How do I know what it is when I release it? And how do I manage it in the process of transforming myself rather than just trying to change my environment or change my life or change my job? Remember, anytime you change, you're taking the same person with you. The goal is not to go somewhere to change or to get a new group to change. The goal is to transform yourself so that change naturally happens. So as I said to Catherine, there's really 4 questions that you need to ask yourself to qualify readiness in your life. Number 1 is, do I believe there's something in my life that's bigger than me? Do I believe there's an intent, divine intent in my life that brings energy and spirit to me? Number 2, do I believe there's something about me that's unique, something that I can do, some talent I have that I cannot explain, that gives me energy when I invest or give it to somebody else, and that I can use in all parts of my life? Am I interested in fullness and meaning and joy? Or am I just interested in success, happiness, and wealth? And finally, number 4, do I recognize opportunities in my life that I have nothing to do with? In other words, do I recognize those things that come to me that I had nothing to do with, that try to capture my attention? If you can do those 4 things, you are on the road to transformation. You are on the road to self-understanding, and you are ready to go to the next passage. The exercise I gave Catherine is the same exercise I will give you. Take a piece of paper and write down what is unique about you. What comes to you easily? What have you noticed that you can do that other people have difficulty doing? Something that you cannot explain that brings you energy. And we'll go to the next passage.